of illusion.
The price is mine.
Meteorite.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Roshan has fallen to the dire.
Hey, that. Hand of God. Behold. Double damage. Boom shakalaka. No God going.
You play.
From downwind.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Strike, strike, strike.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
To the dust return.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
Dogs are scattered.
Dire's middle tower has fallen. Dire's middle barracks are under attack.
Natural best.
Dire's middle barracks has fallen. Dire's middle barracks has fallen.
Flyby!
Allies disappear.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Oh, look at it go!
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Burst by flame. Thanks be to you.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
A tithe to the impurity.
Dire's top barracks has fallen. Dire's top barracks has fallen.
Haste!
Dire's bottom shrine is under attack.
Bounty.
Dire's bottom shrine has fallen.
Illusion.
Sanaba. For the hunt. Vanish. Regeneration.
Let it go! Watch for flying rocks!
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. TNC Predator victory. Mineski's turn to ban. Gaming's turn to ban.
Presented in this game.
Is it just because my audio is? Maybe I got my audio too loud on.
I don't
on
know.
the
I just love it.
Yeah.
Well, I would assume that people will hear it too, and not just you, right? Hopefully.
That would be the hope.
If you don't, we're kind of just being weird, I guess.
Yeah,
But that's
if,
fine.
if you don't, please send all your complaints either to PGL or to Sir Action Slacks.
Yes.
They will field all of your complaints.
Sir Action Slacks is actually the primary audio guy we have here.
Yeah.
He's an engineer.
Yeah. It's a very unknown fact that like Slacks does a lot of TO work behind the scenes, and yeah. So you wonder
Could
why.
you imagine Slacks doing audio? It's like it gains and just peaks like crazy. He's like, this is great.
Yeah.
That's how I sound all the time.
He's just there playing like a DJ. I gotta add a little bit of distortion, some good reverb, like.
Oh, man.
Slacks. Hey.
Oh, we'll see more of Slacks later.
Hey.
So, okay.
Hey, SD Lashrak incoming from Keen. It looks like we're going to have a rinse and
10
repeat.
seconds remaining.
So some of the very banned heroes are banned again. We've got Ogre, Ench, and
5
Marana
seconds
out,
remaining.
as well as a Chen here.
I'm wondering if Mineski actually want to grab the Lashrak for like Moon and just run that. Or even just run it as a support. Maybe will be more effective than the Invoker was in the last game.
Hard to say. I think part of the reason why picking Shadow Demon here feels so good too is that if the enemy team picks Leshrac, I actually think Shadow Demon is good against Leshrac. So it's like, you don't really want to face this hero as Lesh because Demonic Purge really owns you, and Disruption is a good save against Leshrac's engage style. Yeah, they might just go Leshrac again, we'll see. Yeah. Crystal Maiden this time, not the Invoker. So arguably a more reliable and more stable laner with a stronger nuke. We'll see if Mineski try to build a lineup that really uses the aura. I think in the past, when you picked Maiden, you really built around the aura, like your whole lineup planned, how can we use the Crystal Maiden aura? And lately, Maiden has become kind of a hero of her own that isn't just, you know, a strong aura and a pretty good ulti. Her nukes are really great. The aura is good for herself, way more than it used to be in the past, and her ulti is so much better as well with the plus armor. You're channeling it, so... Yep.
It's interesting to see Keen Gaming like prioritize Abaddon in the first 2 phase.
Against Beastmaster again.
Remaining.
Yeah. But like he never even laned against him in game 1. Like it's...
He did counter a roar or 2
yeah.
in the game. And I guess the way Keen played the last game, the Abaddon actually was kind of integral to how they took fights. They grouped up very fast. They used his tank ability to go in front. He had Curse of Avernus for the towers. And he had a great laning stage. Sometimes it's also about, you know, picking your players, what they're just feeling. You know? If you're in the moment, you're like, man, I'm owning an Abaddon.
Yeah.
You gotta be ready that you might get countered in a different way this game, but at the very least, you know that the first 2 heroes you see, your hero is excellent against these 2. It's great against Beastmaster, you take off the Roar. It's great against Maiden, you take off the front. You even have a secondary dispel with your ult.
I just like this from Keen with the way it works. Like this I get always a little concerned when I see like KP on a hero which needs a level 6 whenever they play up against Keen. Because as we saw before, like Keen will just run a tri-lane against you, they're going to make your life a living hell, and it takes forever for you to get that level 6, and once you do, it's like there's so much pressure on your Roar to make something work, which it didn't in the last game. Like the Roar came out, it created a little bit of space, but that was it. Like you banned the Nyx Assassin, but Keen Gaming can just follow up with anyone who has another stun. Like if they can grab a Lion, they can finger down the Crystal Maiden so she's out of the game quickly, don't care about her armor buff up, like they can just do whatever the hell they want to. Early on with low cooldown, low cost abilities that work from level, like get really strong at level 2, level 3.
I think they're gonna pick Lish.
Oh yeah, totally.
I don't see right now why they would be scared of doing it. The difference this game is that Crystal Maiden is a much better hero than Invoker on level 1. So if it comes to these like try versus try lane situations, you can try to contest them this time with the Crystal Nova level 1 skilled up. You maybe pick a slightly different core in the carry position, although Weaver could be fine in a try lane, all right at least, or another different other support than Disruptor, which they didn't touch this time around. And then you see where you can go with it. Putting Beastmaster against Abaddon is not inherently awful. It's just both heroes are gonna find farm. But if it means that you get a game for KP, and you also get a game for your supports and your carry, I think you take that trade with what just happened in the last game. Even if it's not an excellent trade, it's honestly almost anything is better than the first 5 minutes of last game. Almost.
Yeah, it was pretty tough. They banned Slark.
Yeah, they banned the 2 cores that abuse Abaddon's tankiness the most. OD steals Int, and Slark steals Agility. So what's left? Silencer, but it's when he kills, not when he hits. So, not the same. Yeah, I like these bans, honestly. I think both heroes had their merits this game.
They banned the Lesh just to be safe. Like it really had to be the precaution, because Keen Gaming just run this insane high tempo if you don't take it out. But we changed things up. The Ember Spirit pick up, so maneuverability, a little bit of extra kiting potential as well.
I like this hero against these 2, but they don't have much in the ways of dealing with him. Demonic Purge can be a bit annoying for Ember. It can remove the Flame Guard, and it can slow down his aggressive or defensive Remnant usage, but if you have a pre-Remnant cast, Shadow Demon doesn't kill you at all. And he also struggles to deal with getting Slight Chain, because you really don't want to use that disruption. Like it's a very key cooldown, and if you can poke people and force out defensive cooldowns, that's when it can get really interesting. However, against Abaddon, it's a little bit trickier how good Ember is.
I feel like
hard to spell.
Ember's like toasting Beastmaster's testicles.
Yep,
Like,
it is true.
That's
And cutting through his leg, so that's gone.
Yeah, when he does the taunt.
Honestly, though, if KP only had one leg, maybe we wouldn't feel the difference from the last game. So...
Oh.
Yeah, he had a heart. It happens. It happens. Relax, Toby. It was a joke.
I'm sorry. I don't have a sense of humor. I'm too old for that.
It's not about age. But the first part of the statement was true.
It's not about age. It's about personality. You have no sense of humor.
You either got it or you don't got it.
There's only one person who laughs at my jokes, and that's my girlfriend.
That's why she's perfect for you.
Yeah, so I need someone that understands me, and no one else does understand me.
It's like one of those Hollywood movies. That's great.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
I laugh at your jokes sometimes.
So, sometimes, I think sometimes I can be funny. Other times, people just don't understand.
Or you don't understand people.
Oh, I don't understand people.
It could be the other way.
It's difficult to understand every single person that tunes into this stream, but I don't shame anyone who puts a cringe thread up, because sometimes it's pretty cringy.
Speak of the devil.
Purge has helped purge a lot of that. What cringy is silencer?
No, they actually picked silencer into a ban, and we talked about the stat steal, right?
We did.
It did end up being a silencer. Not for that reason, but...
No.
Okay, so Rubik has some good steals this game. He can steal Roar, he can steal the Fire Remnants, it's pretty cool. Maiden spells are great, especially Freezing Field, but now spell stealing against Silencer is actually really annoying. If you're last worded and you spell steal, you can't cast the spell you steal. Both Rubik and Shadow Demon hate getting globaled, and they don't really want to buy items against it. If you're playing Rubik, the key items you often see players want to go for is like Aether Lens, Blink Dagger, Force Staff. Not that Yule's, but in this game he might have to get it against the global and the Ember's chains. And it's also another tool for dealing with Abaddon saving people, because when you're silenced, you can't manually activate your ult, so they can focus fire people down.
Oh, I thought we were gonna have this hero appear at some point.
I'm not sure how good this is, this game. It might be good, but right now I see Mineski being able to engage fights and just kill people. They can roar, and this time they're not getting saved because they're going to global. They can Ember jump in, they're going to get kills.
How does it actually work with the ensnare? Because like obviously like that's going to be a root on the Ember if it can connect.
If it can connect. Yeah. And it's very easy to sure. Like the caliber of players that play Ember nowadays will dodge that almost every. So
yeah,
it's not really.
I'm trying to remember all the interactions, because like I remember like ensnare used to actually track people across the map.
Yeah, it doesn't do that anymore. It's disjointable, as far as I'm aware, at least. Now, what Naga can do in this game is that she's a natural Manta buyer. So when she gets that first item, she can Manta out of global and sing. And that can save her team and reset a fight, and they can turn around. But if that's part of the logic, I kind of like it. You
still need to have the damage, however. Like, I suppose she kind of pushes on a global state as well.
Yeah.
She should reset for the team fight, and it's one of those ones like if Silencer does trigger the ultimate, it doesn't matter. You still keep going. Conquer's the final ban. Probably just a good mid laner against the Ember.
So what I see here is, compared to last game, Keen Gaming's carry in this game is way slower. Like, Naga needs to farm. And the support duo that they have, the Shadow Demon's picked again, but Rubik is not the same as, what was it they had last game as the other support? Why is this eluding me right now? It was not the Lesh. The Lesh was a core. They had Nyx. So this is slightly lower tempo, and especially the carry is much lower tempo. So perhaps this game, Mineski can kind of execute this more high-pace style, punish the Naga, start taking towers, and I think Keen's last pick kind of needs to address this. If you want to go late with Naga, that's fine, but you need to be able to bridge from the early game into the late game, because Beastmaster plus a last pick will push you. I think Mineski are making a big mistake here if they don't take advantage of their inherent ability to go somewhere and take a fight. Because of global silence and their high damage burst and catch.
What's the best hero that can force down the lane though? Like actually push against King Gaming.
So yeah, Leshrac would have been pretty handy right now.
Yeah, they actually banned the Deucer, so King Gaming think maybe Mineski play a little bit slower. Maybe they play global.
I'm looking right now. Do they play Lone Druid?
KP used to play in the off lane.
Lone,
like he's definitely playing B. Yeah.
Lone has a place in this game. There is nothing that kills the bear, and it will be able to take the towers that they need when they group up. There is still nothing that kills the bear. Lone Druid is really good here, I think. Apart from that, some sort of aura guy that wants to go hit towers, or maybe a Juggernaut could work, or I'm still just looking at options for them that make sense. Wraith King could work with the skeletons, although you kind of don't want to pick Wraith King into Naga because then you put yourself on a timer. When she gets Manta Diffusal, your hero is very unhappy.
I'm liking your Druid option more than anything else.
Lone's the best.
Like, it feels like his laning phase would be really strong.
Korjik hero.
Korjik, shut up, Red.
No, we're not picking Jakiro into Rubik either.
Hey, techies!
Choose your hero.
Timbersaw.
You know what? When we were thinking about heroes that could push, I was actually looking at Timber, but I didn't like it enough to really suggest it. But maybe it's okay. Like, they don't kill it very easily with their heroes. He's good against Tiny.
I feel like there's too much control against him too, because he's not going to disjoint the ensnare. He's like Rubik can grab his mid chain. SD disruption purge can cause problems.
It's global.
Like, yeah, you're right. There is global for protection.
He has some serious potential in this game, but I think the timing window is a lot narrower than with Lone because, you know, Timber is going to hit these. He's going to get farmed this game. I don't think Keen Gaming's line can really shut him down. So the question is, are you going to be able to transition from this really strong point into actually getting something meaningful, not just a tier 1? Can you get your 2s? Can you get Roshan? Can you get the racks? Because with Lone Druid, you definitely get the big towers in this game. With Timber,
I'm also wondering too, like if he can be the frontliner against Keen, like how much is Moon able to tank through?
He can.
Because if he can create enough space, then maybe KP can actually do something this game. That Nika, who's on the Ember Spirit, is able to get a little bit more space to farm up and let Ninja Boogie and Crystal Maiden work with Moon to find kills. It
is actually kind of dangerous playing Timbersaw against Shadow Demon. It's like the Soul Catcher is scary. You probably need an item against that eventually in this game. BKB could be interesting. But yeah, I would say, let's say 15 minutes into the game, this Timber is almost unkillable.
Okay.
Especially with Global backing him up. But again, how do you use this 15-minute timing game? Because I don't think your hero is going to stay ahead and carry this game like 15 minutes later or 30 minutes later against these heroes. Kind of want to get the job done while you can. And the only pushing hero they have is Beast. Maybe see him next game.
I was actually discussing that item with BSJ
Prepare
in the last
for
like during our break time. We're like, why isn't Necro picked up anymore? Like, no one builds Necromicon in any scenario. It seems it's like, well, it's just too much money. It's never really the right item.
There are some heroes that still buy Lycans generally get it. Still, I think we just haven't seen Lycan at this tournament.
Yeah.
Beastmaster, I still think can buy it in the right game. But yeah, it's not as popular as it used to be, absolutely. Sometimes items are also a little bit semi-forgotten and just don't get picked up. They should. And like,
it's going to start the trend, right? Like someone's going to play it and then you're like, oh, okay, this makes sense now.
All right, this item exists. And that's kind of the way for every item in Dota except Holy Locket, which is just trash. So there you go. If you see somebody buy Holy Locket, it's not catching on in TI.
I've still seen more people buy Holy Locket than I've seen Necromicon over the last, I'd say, like 3, 4, 5 months.
And that is very sad.
This is when you gotta like just see a new patch, but we'll have to wait till after TI before maybe Necro becomes a thing.
Holy Lock is one of those items. You look at all the stats, you're like, this is nice, this is nice. The problem with it is like a jack of all trades item that's like not really good at anything. It's like nice and nice and nice, but then you look at the cost and what you could get instead, you're like,
the battle begins.
It really is That's like the best way of describing that item.
That's a great definition, Sind.
It really is. Oh, he has to destroy
illusion, deny it. Got it. Got it.
That feels good if you're Naga. Yep, there we go. Give him the tip.
just the tip.
Very nice from him. So 2-for-1 rune for Keen Gaming. Yeah. A little bit less gold in the early game than we usually have. It's pretty rare that runes get denied level 1, but it does happen occasionally. And this is one of the cases. So let's look at the lanes. The Timber will be facing Tiny, which is a pretty even lane to begin with, but eventually Timber becomes a problem. It still is probably the best hero they could put in the mid lane, so I think that choice is fine. This time they're going to start off dual lane with the Abaddon, who can easily save against the Silencer.
He just beating the crap out of Ember Spirit.
Good damage.
First point up in Curse of Avanus, and all 11's up in the face of like Ninja Boogie as well as Nico.
And Rubik's skill telekinesis, that is rare nowadays. To skill telekinesis level 1, you almost always see the Fate Bolt, but they wanted to lift him into the Curse, get some extra damage out. The downside to that is, well, when lift is on cooldown, Rubik is really bad. And Fate Bolt has a long duration compared to the lift, so there's way more downtime on the hero.
Always feels like too, like Fate Bolt's never really is useful until you're going to go tell he to grab again Ninja Boogie. Alt 11, he's making the use of the Orb of Venom, but with Ember Spirit putting on the Flame Guard, then Nico has to be thrown away.
Yeah, that's the other thing about not having Fate Bolt. They can't break the Flame Guard. None of them have a spell to do it right now. No Aphotic, no Mist Coil, no Fade. Nico can kind of do whatever he wants, honestly, when the Flame Guard is up. It's too much damage. And now they get level 2 first as well. Does skill the slide though, no chains, and we might not even see him skill chains until like level 10 this game. It's not good in his lane, they just get removed by a Baden. So, let's see how it goes.
Oh, this is a tense time to not miss first blood. Like they're just underneath the towers while Alt 11's up in the face of Nico continuously. He just burnt this out before too, so he's really running out of health fast.
It's just, there's more regen the way of the Dire right now. They have 5 tangos
they're going
against
up
the one.
Jabugi again, pick up from Kaka, throw him back, able to get the double stun out, but then again the damage is way too much. Ninja Boogie will find the kill, and they'll actually find a second one back to back into Kaka. And that's the fight that Mineski really needed to have in that top lane. Yes, in? Yeah.
Maybe they were expecting him to have chains. He just got killed by a sleight of fist that was pretty obvious. He wanted to maybe suicide with a Mist Coil and try to get a kill out of it, but that trade was just flat out not favorable at all. And intelligence being stolen from both heroes is actually a really big deal in this early stage.
Dark maybe had to get pinned. He's got him. Oh, maybe doesn't. Up the hill and round the trees. The poison goes the wrong way, but the illusions get their attack out with the primary. So Dark will fall and King get themselves on the board. Off the mark.
Yeah, it's good that this lane is going well for them because the mid lane is definitely going to start getting hard soon, and the top lane did not go as intended, I think is fair to say, this first exchange. So we'll see how it transitions now. They will try again onto Ninja Boogie top. Has the Aphotic Shield this time to remove the curse, and that's an easy kill, so bit of a comeback, but could be a trade-off. No.
Now that shield pop just, that's enough to do the damage from range.
I think he might have to suicide on a Baden after this creep wave. Just spam a couple of coils, or he needs to use the courier. Maybe he'll send out a little bit of stuff and a flask. Let's see what he chooses to do. Gets the Bassi. He's going to munch on another Tango, but when you're in half HP range in this lane, it's kind of scary.
Yeah, he's trying to wait for it. Shields are up, as much damage as he possibly can. Look towards Ninja Boogie and wait for it, and deny. Oh no! Mistimed it. He waited too long, and Nico just sleight of fisted him down.
He actually used it too early.
He did.
I think he did cast it, right?
I think
it's hard. It's actually hard to suicide in this lane. There's
hey, Mr. Replay, can we put a record on?
It's hard because Sleight of Fist is so fast and deals about the same damage as your Mist Coil deals to you. So they're gonna go again top, but we'll back off. Good damage again from 11. You can say whatever you want about this guy, but he plays aggressive Dota. Like, he plays super aggressive in lanes. Sometimes it looks great, sometimes it looks not so great.
Just while everyone's going to get a little bit more passive in the lanes, I think we can have a quick look at that top fight. So Alt 11 miss coils and then gets slided.
Are fortified.
And I don't know if that was actually realistically possible to suicide there, because the Ember just has a slight advantage. Let's point out, much better early in from Mineski this game. This time it's stable, they are doing well in their lanes, all their cores are getting stuff, they will be getting bounty runes, they have counter-picked opponents' cores this time, so all much better time.
Just running in 2 seconds, so that bounty rune's going to spawn with a pick up and throw back. They should get themselves double stun, but Alt 11 is losing so much life so quickly. He's actually got a missed call, but it takes too long to turn around.
Sounds are becoming big brain. 8 int minute 5. You know, most heroes have to pay about 1,000 gold for this. He got it for free. What a bargain!
Too bad.
That's one of those things I like to see come up with the scrub, is to add in the negative effect,
so that you can just feel bad the whole game.
So you can actually know who's feeling bad about this whole game. Like Ruby's got 423 mana pool.
So then your teammates can ping you and be like, "You dumb, dumb, you died too much to Silencer."
Oh, Mongo no lie.
And now we're starting to see the mid lane go as expected now, right? So Moon is level 6 before Tiny. He's going to use the siege creep to start pressuring the tower. Most likely, every time Whirling Death is off cooldown, he's just going to drop it onto Yi to harass.
Oh my God, Kaguya hits so hard. Yi's having his own little battle. That Ninja Boogie.
Invisibility.
Hitting strong.
And this was a really big hero in the finals of the SEA qualifier, by the way, in the series that Mineski won to get here against, what was the name of the team that Gunnar was playing for?
It was the stack, right?
Yeah, what
the
were
K
they?
stack?
Oh, I can't remember what they were called. They had a kind of weird name.
Yeah, a special name.
Yeah, I don't remember, but yeah, the stack he had with March.
Yeah.
Timbersaw became a pretty big hero in that finals. I think he got picked 2 or 3 games and had good success.
No follow-up. Rubik was a little bit too far away. They're down on bottom lane. We're all chicken. KP's trying to get up in his face with Ragey Potato.
We haven't talked much about bottom because there's been so much going on at top especially, but the farm bottom has been good.
You'll get it now. Dark starting up for the imprisonment as KP just moves himself forward. He still have to be a little bit careful while up on top. Hold 11. Throw caution to the wind. Get aggressive and can finally get a kill onto the silencer.
He's... Look at how even the cores aren't gold. It's like super satisfying looking at this. It's
actually
very, very
having a close game.
Yep, it's very close minute 7. There's only one like slight outlier in Moon mid by just 200 gold.
Because he's getting himself a little bit further ahead just because they backed up to Shrine.
Oh, we didn't talk about this either with the Rubik. Chakram is actually an exceptionally good steal as well. Kaka will be able to have some high impact plays in this game. That is another tool that can help kill the Timber. He's obviously ignoring all of his armor, and even if he buys magic resistance.
Wrap around into the Avalanche and Toss combination. Ragey Potato, who's only got the Nova. So no Frostbite, can't create any space, and KP just easily rotated on.
Yep. And they now have a big lead bottom. Naga Siren is level 7 to the 5 of Beast.
Tower is under attack.
Crystal Maiden being level 4 against the 3 of Shadow Demon. So it's actually kind of more even than it looks, just because the Maiden has taken a lot of experience away from the Beastmaster. But in terms of game impact right now, I think you're very happy with the Naga having a great time, even if it costs Shadow Demon a little.
Haste! Maybe time for Moon to get a little bit up in the face of Alt 11. Pick himself up a Haste Rune. Definitely does not want to allow Alt 11 to feel comfortable underneath this tier 1 tower. He's been soaking up creep wave after creep wave. So you disrupt him up. TP is coming in. Meanwhile, Rage and Potato's going to go down to Yi. Kaka's just trying to stop this push on mid, but that's still a haste to Timbersaw.
He's immortal already.
Yeah.
Under attack.
So CM actually died next to the Shrine.
I think if they
Here's your rotation to get another ensnare. It's a rinse and repeat. Literally, this is exactly what happened a minute ago to KP. A little bit too far down the lane.
Was there a rune involved in this kill, or did he not have a Hawk out in the river?
No.
The Hawk is off to the left.
Radiant's
How did
middle
Tiny
tower
get in?
is under attack.
Oh, he came from above.
He ran through the river.
Radiant's middle tower
Yeah,
has
the
fallen.
Hawk is not placed completely perfectly here.
So he could actually slip through that small narrow pass.
Did he come over here, or did he go?
He came through the river, I think.
Just straight up, okay. Because then this Hawk placement is not that good. He
Dire's
could have
bottom
prevented that
tower
death
is
himself.
under attack.
Slightly better Hawk placement. So mid tower goes as expected. Timbersaw is ramping up, and I think the best play for the Radiant right now is to not go for Timber. Don't try to kill him. The amount of resources you're going to need for this is not worth what you're going to get. The kill can fail, and I think, honestly, even if they 5-man gank him, I think he's going to survive. Like, that's where we're at right now. He's going to have enough magic wand charges. He has a bracer for a bit of magic resistance, 1400 health, 35 armor. This guy's not dying right now, and that's okay. The way you play this is keen as you pretend he doesn't exist, more or less. You push out the wave and just let him do whatever he wants, and then you play the rest of the map. And if Timber doesn't join your team for these moves, you're in a good spot to get some kills and maybe a tower. And if he does join them, well, then you at least got him away from the damn mid lane. So he's going to go bottom, however, make his own play with the Beastmaster KP. They're not going to defend this tower. It's not feasible at all.
Radiant structures are
This is just a hold back. Maybe you get a bit of a trade-off up on top, because that's where Tiny's moving in so fast with phase boost. They're chasing down Nico. He doesn't have a defensive spirit, and yeah, well, he's got 4 stick charges, but that Avalanche is well off target. Nico just turned east, and now it's actually Kaka who's in trouble to pick up and throw back down to get creates a little bit of extra space, but the Timber Chain forward. Moon doesn't get the damage from it, but he's got another whirling death ready to go, and Ember Spirit just finishes the job with a sleight of fist.
Nico with a next level dodge running in the straight line the AI would take you to the base. They got caught off guard by it. They were not expecting him to move like that.
The next level play. Ninja Boogie in a little bit of trouble, purged up. He's got global, but there's no way he wants to burn up for this. Ensnare is up, he's trapped, and the tree toss flies forward, helping Dark to get the kill onto this silencer.
This ensnare skill point has actually been very useful this game. There's some games on Naga where you skill ensnare and you just regret it because there's no fights and you're like, I could have farmed faster with another point Riptide, but they've been using it very well to kill Beastmaster twice, and now they've used it to kill a hero mid, so I think he feels very good about his choice to get that skill point up.
Moon's going again. Eventually they have to do something about this. Nice fortification, keeping the creep wave alive, allowing Moon to continue his pressure. That's why Radiant fortified back as well. While on bottom lane, KP lets the Raw go. He's still ensnared up. Old Chicken wants to keep the chase going, and Raw stolen by the Rubik. Get a little extra information up the hill. Poison flies forward. He doesn't want to use it onto KP. Let Karka find the kill and then TP the Rubik towards the top. He's got TP available, and they may be able to take a fight. Ninja Boogie and Nico. Fresh ward down, they're rotating around the back, but the Observe ward sees him. But on 11, he's got almost no life to work with. The Timber Chain forward, a quick little spirit. He triggers the 6 charges, tries to get back towards the tower. Now the borrowed time will end up popping out. Where's the extra support to come? It's coming in from the side. Ragey Potato, is he going to be the easiest target to go for? The Avalanche, actually, man, that hit the Raw. Okay, that was a little over the top. Trying to get a little bit of spill damage into Ragey Potato. Nico's already got the double kill, but Karka gets 2 of his own.
Oh, I don't know if he should have stolen that.
Should have held the Raw?
Yeah, I think he could have got another roar out of that. It's not that long of a cooldown.
Oh, Karka. Oh, God, Karka. He's going to juke around the tree line. Dark actually goes for what was not a defensive imprisonment.
Just
He
kill
goes
the
back
Timber,
under-
guys. Just kill him.
Yeah, good luck on that. Back underneath the shrine. Dark's just trying to buy a little bit extra time. Catcher, Purge, whoever you've got, Alt 11, trying to slow down Nico. Not a lot of man to work with, but he's got 9 1 charges available, so he'll feel okay with that one. Yep, trigger the fresh drum charge as well. KP roars off cooldown in 10 seconds time. And with the boar slows, they're not going to follow through with anything. In fact, Moon's already moving towards mid.
So while all of this was happening, Naga was still farming, and that's going to be the name of the game for a while. Naga will not really want to get involved in too much. She will farm for the majority of the fights, and if she needs to join with a song to maybe save a serious bad engagement or whatever, she could do it. Mostly just keeping the momentum going for herself.
Oh, Karka. He knows this is coming. Like Ember ran underneath the Observer and Sentry. And Moon's now going to see if he can play a battle. He's at half-life. Here comes your Global Silence out, allowing Moon to move further back. In fact, Nico jumped to the Spirit. Ready to start his own fight if he wants to, but it won't happen.
This is pretty much the only spell combo that will kill the Timber, is if they soul catch to level 4, tiny combo, and get there a little bit of extra help, but that's under the condition that Global doesn't get used. Honestly, I think he might still not die. Like, that's the crazy thing. It's 1850 health in a Vanguard, and the magic one.
Karka's backing up again. That Observer and Sentry is just saving lives. Potentially also deward the Obs if King Gaming can ever move back out through the mid lane. But he's trying to just level 4 Fade Bolt down. Timber Chain stolen from Karka, so get away.
Decent steal. It's okay. It's a mobility spell for Rubik. Those are always nice to have.
Tower is under attack. Dyer's
The KP in the trees.
under attack.
Are they going to dive this?
There's support coming in.
Okay.
Silence is there. So, yep, they're going after KP. Roar is out. There's 4 heroes arriving from an estimate. The Sleight of Fist and Searing Chains on 11 will have the borrowed time trigger, but they got the kill on KP to begin with. And maybe with the curse, because there's no Global Silence, all 3 heroes from King Gaming feel comfortable enough just to TP away. Is Timber actually going to complete that? No, he won't.
He got
Dyer's
lifted.
middle tower is under attack.
When I was like, I don't know about this dive, guys. I thought Timber was going to TP, but he was pushing bottom and didn't want to give up on that pressure. But with the rest of the team TPing up there to help, the pressure effectively ended bottom. It's one of those things that happens in a lot of games, even at the highest level, is that players will try to help their teammates. And sometimes it's better to cut your losses and keep your own aggressive play going. Because what ended up happening is that this kill from Keen had 2 impacts, right?
He may really regret not hitting that Timber Chain. Oh, the telekinesis! Dark is tossed forward. Now he'll get the disruption out. Chaining out again is going to be difficult because Karka's going to be there to grab. In fact, instant there on the stun. Moon can't get himself away from this, and now they will bring down the raid boss permanently. Silenced, maybe not the 1 charges. There's so much damage. He can chain himself a little bit further underneath the tower. 5 stacks of the Shadow Poison up and running. Moon continues to chain. Another 1 charge up, and now finally they bring him down, but support around the back lines. Ragey Potato just solos up Karka.
I'm wrong, he could die. Okay, they got him. They got him, Toby, they got him. But that, honestly, that's kind of worth it. They only lost the Rubik for it, and Naga was still farming, so it's not a bad move overall. It's just funny to see how difficult this kill is, and all he has is a Vanguard and a wand. Like,
They're coming after Old Chicken in mid, but it ain't gonna happen. In fact, I think Old Chicken may be a little bit sad that Sentry Ward of the Radiant's timed out now. They haven't... There's maybe a full duration Observer Ward. 5 stacks of the Shadow Poison up and...
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
This is a big push bottom. Let's see what they're gonna do. Okay. Immediately forces out the bar. Yo, is he actually dead?
Oh, Reggie Potato's gonna be dead. He's gonna walk up this hill, gets hit by Avalanche and Toss. And Old 11 keeps the run going, and with that miss, Old 11 has that extra life, tipper chain forward. Okay, he doesn't miss that one. 530 gold for the kill on Old 11.
Some good jump change.
I mean, he's just so tanky as well.
For that.
Yeah.
You know, Old 11's farm is decent, but he's still okay. I didn't think it would be worth that much. It is a solo kill though on a core, so you know those have a tendency of being very valuable. Timber buying Boots of Travel next. At least he's queuing it up. There's 2 approaches here. One is you get the Crimson Guard against the Naga, and then you try to group up as a team, get Roshan, push towers, but your only real objective taker is Beastmaster, so maybe it's not enough. The other one is finding a solution to the split push.
Full fight coming in, that Observer Ward from Keen. They know exactly where the Silencer is. They just want to delete him before Global Silence can have any level of effect. The rest of Mineski, however, they were never in a position to fight.
Pick up your mana boots.
He even walks away from it at that point.
Could you imagine that?
Yes. Oh, come on.
That's a Kyle move.
Never go full swindle.
Yep. That's a bit different. He didn't forget it. It kind of just got stolen.
Yeah.
That's something else.
That was, yeah.
Dire's top tower is under
attack.
attack.
It happens. Stuff like that happens all the time. All the time to Kyle.
I should feel like maybe he's the unluckiest player in Dota sometimes.
It's me, I'm always unlucky.
Yeah, you're always the sacrifice. Like Pilot, I made a career out of it.
You made a career out of being unlucky. Well, there you go. And Beastmaster's only level 9 at 18. I thought KP's game was much better this time than the last one, but at this point, it's kind of looking similar, honestly.
They are looking to go on.
What did they global for?
I am uncertain. I think it was for bottom lane because they were looking towards the Tiny, but Tiny will just TP away to safety. And
Dire are scanning.
It definitely wasn't for top either. That means Global's down for a decent amount of time, and Odd 11 just wants instantly to run up high ground against the mid.
That's a big cooldown committed. That's going to cost them top tower unless they bring in the big boy.
Timber. There to defend. There to be everywhere too, because he just used the TP scroll as well as the BTs.
He has travels ready.
Yeah. So he uses his TP scroll to go towards the top lane, then just BT around, not having the shared cooldown time.
Yeah, his mana is pretty weak right now though.
Oh, Curse is out. Nico trying to go after Yi. That's not going to work well. Not while Old 11 sitting behind him. Ready to shield up.
Nobody dies, and Naga's farming.
Like,
honestly, when you look at it,
can we not make that the story of this game?
No, but it's
or
honestly,
else we're back to TI3.
It is a pretty clear thing you see, though. Like that is the strategy here. If they get kills, it's like a bonus. Nice little pick off there on Ninja Boogie, but they just keep poking and prodding and being annoying, and if they can get kills, it's great, but as long as they are dictating the tempo of the game and they're forcing Mineski around so they don't make their own moves, they're playing on Naga's terms. Naga suddenly has Manta Diffusal minute 19. That's really good. His farm is great.
And it's smoke time.
And now the team fight's not even to be a possibility soon.
They see so much. They know where Ragey Potato is, but they really want to get more than Ragey Potato. All right, KP, he'll do. Walk straight through the middle of Keen, and the roar will come out. Rubik had nothing else to give. I mean, he couldn't steal it. Like,
he got roared.
Yeah, he got roared. That's the reason why.
Timber walked away from the rune, got scared for a second there, and ends up losing that too. So 4 runes for Keen.
Yeah, but that's why Mineski's still looking for the fight. Over towards Yi, is there a chipper chain forward, hits the 2 hits on the Whirling Death with the Avalanche. 4 heroes caught, and Song of the Siren, everybody have nap time. And they reset underneath the shrine with 5 heroes together.
Keen's playing good Dota right now. This is really well played strategic last 5 to 10 minutes. They're outplaying Mineski pretty clearly, and they're taking advantage of the Timber Saw and not, they haven't been able to group up and get Timbersaw a true team fight because they're constantly getting pickoffs on supports or being annoying with split push from Naga, or this tiny plus Naga combo is working really well for them because you see he has been making 11 kills this game, and every time he gets a pickoff, Mineski feel like they can't dictate what happens next. And really, if you're playing Timbersaw and you're being pulled around, you're not playing the hero the way he wants to be played. He wants to be a fat frontliner, come fight me, let's go somewhere. And they're just like, no, let's go here. And then they gotta go there. So.
Well, he's gonna get into the bottom lane, take out that tier 2 tower, try and force Old Chicken away.
Oh, he's gonna lose all his mana.
Oh, yeah. Just watch it drain dry. Even support arriving from Dark. But they're trying to protect this tier 2 tower. Don't let it drop easily.
Finally an opening for Mineski. This took so long. They finally get to go here with a siege creep and get this tower.
Old 11 just walks in. I don't know if this tower may even be theirs. Disruption comes in. The tower gets hit by Raging Potato. The Crystal Maiden's damage is enough to get that one.
Ah, yes, the classic CM killing tower.
Yes.
That's my favorite. Oh, but it's not going to be free for them. It looks like they might almost lose top tower.
Moon's there to defend. Rubik is nearby, but again, Rubik kind of likes this. He's got Searing Chains for the moment, so he could potentially get like a double control against Moon.
I think he wants Chakram.
I think he wants to be tossed in to get the easy chain and then steal the Chakram. So Kaka, oh, there's your first avalanche. Oh boy, you had no stacks up on Moon and he dies so quickly.
There we go. Now they're at a point where they can blow him up. 4-point Soul Catcher, full-on tiny combo with the Echo Saber when he doesn't have too many armor stacks. Rubik had Searing Chains, and then he stole the Whirling Death, which does a lot of damage too. So, nice kill.
Now Blink Dagger. Yeah, nice. Nico's still having a fantastic game. Like he's 6-0-2 over on the Ember Spirit, very close to the same over on Yi with the 6-1-6.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And it's all great Rubiks too. They're up there in the kill count. 5-4-4. A lot of deaths, but a lot of snipes. And he's going in for an Aghanim Scepter build up too. Not even going for like, well, he's got the Blink Ether Lens. That's enough.
That is absolutely enough. There's some good axe steals here. The Chakram. He gets 2 Chakrams, right? That's not bugged anymore, I think. I'm not sure. The Maiden ulti can be pretty cool.
I remember that was bugged, right? Because the Chakrams were counted as individual abilities, so he could steal either the blue or the red. He could never steal both.
It might actually still work the same way. So we'll have to wait and see on that. Beastmaster Roar is a cool steal. There's plenty of cool steals, honestly.
Just get Freezing Field with the Aghanims upgrade.
Oh wait, Axe doesn't work on Beast anymore. I'm being stupid. It's the Whirling Axis, right? It's Axe now. It got changed.
Is under attack.
You don't really think about it because you never really see that Axe purchased by Beastmasters. It's not that good.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Alt 11, Moon. Hoping to chase him down, tip a chain forward. Someone got a stun available or enough damage. The slight of Searing Chains from Nico, just a little too late. Would have been still a difficult kill to claim, but it would have been possible.
I guess still stealing Wild Axes can be cool for Invoking, or for Invoking for Rubik.
Yeah, it would be nice for clearance, but there's still only like low points. Like it's level 2 now for KP and Axes. Yeah,
but if you get these level 4 Axes and the damage starts amplifying, and then you have your other spell, yeah, I mean it could be interesting.
It's just a never-ending cooldown. Like that's the coolest thing on it. Moon, Lotus Orb, now up and running on the Timbersaw, making him even more difficult to lock down.
The current spell Kaka has right now should not be underestimated, by the way. It deals so much damage to Timbersaw. He's actually stolen Timbersaw's, bread and butter spell, together with reactive armor, clearly.
Yeah.
And that was the difference maker in the kill they made top. They chained him.
They can get him.
The finishing move.
There's no mana. He doesn't have soaring available. He's always going to watch out. Avalanche toss, and look at him just go through Moon. He's got the Lotus on.
He didn't die. Yeah, so basically what he did there was he removed the Whirling Death and the Soul Catcher.
Yep.
And that kept him alive. So good item choice. It's a necessity in this game to get Lotus. I thought they were going to blow him up before he did anything, actually. I think if they would have been a little more patient and gone in together with all their spells, could have died before he even got Lotus off.
And I love watching this kind of combinations. It makes me really feel like I want to see a Tinker game start to appear with Beastmaster, using the Hawk and seeing Cause buying these BTs.
Something makes you want to see a Tinker game.
Yeah.
Yeah, you like techies. I'm not surprised, really, actually, when you think about it.
Hey, I build Goblin Mech in Underlords. What's she gonna do?
That's nothing wrong with that.
Actually, there is. It doesn't really work that well unless you get 2 explosives. It's not that great.
I have like this little box, a mental box. People that like Tinker and Techies kind of go in this box that I called bad people. So
Hi.
there you go. Now you know why people don't like your jokes. It's because you like Tinker and Techies. There you go.
You know what? I just feel like you're being very oppressive. I don't enjoy this, Synderin.
That's okay.
And you have to be more open-minded.
I don't enjoy Tinker and Techies.
You need to be more open-minded to different ways to play Dota.
Oh, I can appreciate a good Tinker game. I can appreciate a good Techies game, but that doesn't mean I have to like them, right? Everybody has their tastes.
I'm okay with that one. Yeah. Yeah.
I can appreciate that people like other things.
I can appreciate diversity. That's fine.
Except with Techies.
Kark is just solo pushing. I mean, yeah, just the bottom lane. He's just trying to get his money. He's just stealing. He stole Curse. He's got Fate
really
Bolt.
rich.
He just burns through the creep waves. That Aghanim Scepter is coming at a really good timing.
It is.
That's why they send the Hawk over. Good information. See Karka in the trees. Ninja Boogie starts with a curse. Here's the BTs of the Timbersaw. Running forward, he's going to clear the tree line to get close towards Rubik. And then this explodes Ninja Boogie. The roll comes out. Can he get a curse off or anything? No, he cannot. Rubik will still end up dying.
Oh, he didn't get the chains off. He didn't have them ready, I think.
Hey, Strewn Yi.
He's actually going to get out of that. If there's chains ready from Nico, that's a kill. Oh, he tried to get out with Timber, didn't make it.
Oh, he's actually looking towards the mid lane. And now Yi comes back in once more. Chakra making it difficult for Keem to get front. But remember, Naga is not involved in this. All Chicken's taking the mid tower in the meantime. And Keem will back up and try him when they're ready to go. And in fact, Naga, Old Chicken's rotating over.
Oh, we were fighting?
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's like Eternal Envy in the middle of a team fight. I'm just going to go farm this creep wave. Never forget the great moments of Dota.
Oh, so this smoke, they don't have more.
They're going to find Yi. Run through the back, he's going to wait out the avalanche, tries to throw around, and gets a bit of a clip with a toss back, but disruption from Dark will buy a little bit of extra time. Karka with a Fade Bolt is going to bounce through every single one, and with a Song of the Siren, Yi can just TP out. Odd Chicken's going to join him as well, and Mineski left wanting.
I just realized he's gold tier Naga. Imagine playing Naga that much in pubs. What it does to your health. His name's Ultra.
He's had a lot of games to play it, right? So it's... That's fine. Mineski going to go in for Roshan while Song of the Siren is down. Difficult to do, as Naga Illusions will always scout out what you're up to. And already, even with a double damage rune, Mineski know they have to back out.
Yeah. At least it can't get stolen right now by a Song steal, but yeah, it's just...
Old 11's got his next item, so Lotus Orb has arrived for the Abaddon.
There's some really good things to Lotus here. Global Silence is the obvious one. There's Primal Roar. You can purge off Searing Chains. You can purge off Frostbite. Really, really nice item here for him.
I also want to wait and see Tani's the volley. Building into an Aghanim Scepter, only 200 gold away from completing it. How many trees can you stand near when there's also a Timbersaw on the field? There it is. Aghanim Scepter flying out.
Oh, he has it now?
Yeah, it's done.
Oh, I thought it was the Rubik. I was like,
no, not the Rubik, the tiny, the volley.
The volley's done.
Yeah, Rubik takes a little longer than that. Like,
but yeah, the volley. How does that actually interact with Global Silence? It should just stop the volley at the point he's at, right?
It's channeled. It's channeled, so yeah, it will stop it.
Yeah, it should just be. Okay. Not that you're generally going to be globaling for that, but it's good to know.
Yeah, you just send a chakram towards the trees that he's standing next to. That's the fastest way to do it. Tip it chain in close. Yeah, wild axes. Yeah, anything to just remove the trees.
It's just the tree volley is pretty fast. It's almost impossible to actually manage before. It takes him 2 seconds only.
All right, we're gonna
all the trees.
He doesn't have Aghanim Scepter yet, but Chakram level 3 stolen by Karka. God, pushing is just so hard for Mineski. Like, I don't know how they go high ground, even if this game goes late. Like, we're 30 minutes in, and just pushing into Keen Gaming feels impossible. They got so much wave clear, and a lot of wave clear which doesn't require any risk.
I think the most beautiful thing about Keen's gameplay this game is how little Timber has managed to accomplish when it was the last pick.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you over the waves.
Click somewhere else.
What? Oh, okay,
Yeah, there you go.
Sure.
So, with Timbersaw missing his first strong timing, this hero is awkward at this stage of the game because it doesn't, like, even if you buy good items, a lot of the times you find yourself in these situations where you're really tanky, you're hard to kill, but it's also hard to hit your spells. The enemy team has mobility items, they can play around not being close to trees, they have heals, they have dispel, they have saves. It's hard for him to do a lot right now, so what you kind of need to do as the Dire at this point is probably play for super late. Like, you need a Timber that's 6-slotted, you need an Ember that's 6-slotted, and you might even have to go physical build on Ember, because I think you're going to run into trouble.
This is Keen. They won't let you play late game. Moon getting caught out a little bit. Is he going to trigger that Bloodstone being picked up, throw it back down again? The chain stuns just continue forever. He's dead. He spent his money on the Bloodstone, so no buyback for 70 seconds. Is that actually just the game? If you don't have the Timbersaw, you don't have your D push, and Yi's already feeling it. It's like trying to force the buyback. Ninja Boogie's down too far. The side of Mysterious is good, so Nico can potentially clean up the backline. Both supports going down. Buyback comes in from Sansa. He's already burned his global stance. Maybe he can give a little bit more. The Naga Siren. Everybody just go to sleep for a second. Quick range curse. Doesn't hit anything. Odd 11 will complete his TP out as Dark actually dying on bottom. Wow.
Ember had him. Ember had the Abaddon there, but he messed up. He chained and then he slided after. Thought he was a bit more stressed with... Because I think that was a long TP from Abaddon to the bottom tower to try to connect and help the Shadow Demon. And in the end, that's not that bad for Mineski. 1-for-1 buybacks. They get a couple of good kills on the Ember.
And it's huge damage on the tier 3 tower on bottom. Like when you've got the Hawk that can sit in the tree lines, you can just BT yourself down. Like, it's a lot of work, and KP, he's playing with his own balls, just hiding inside a little nook, a cul-de-sac.
Next item comes out for Naga. That's the Butterfly.
Oh God, Ember's actually going to, in 100 gold, he's got a full axe.
Yeah, that's why that fight was so big. He got a lot of gold out of this. He got 600 from kills, and then he got some more creep waves afterwards, and suddenly, it's ready. Axe is up. He doesn't save for buyback. Kind of like it in this situation, honestly. He's relatively safe in this game on Ember. Play aggressive.
You still got so much, like, Keen can just come back again. Like, the Naga didn't burn the Aegis Immortal. She's still got Butterfly Hard Diffusal Manta. She's still so strong. And KP, I think he needs to get the hell out of here. He's trying to cut through the tree lines, the blink. He goes right over the top of Kaka. The TP did end up getting cancelled. KP's on the edge, but now the pickup comes in from Kaka. Throw him back over, and they'll end up just killing him off. Hey, you want to steal an ability? He's just waiting for the right one. But he ends up stealing axes. No Agnim's upgrade on him just yet.
Can they get anything out of this except the Beastmaster Killer? They're going to smoke and try to look for more. They do see this Timbersaw on the river ward that they had, so going to try to run him down and get this burst kill. Every kill on Timber right now is really, really good. It's massively impactful.
Just slow down that BKB he wants.
Silencer.
And they're close. And Kaka, blink forward, grab him, you got throw an axe.
Broken.
I like how they also use Ragey Potato as bait up on top lane. Like, he's having a lot better game than the last one. Blink and Force Staff. And he's working his way towards the BKB at a very fast rate. That 150 gold per minute, really paying off. But the mid tower is under attack from Keen Gaming. Moon, he's on the front line to try and defend it. The Fuser Blade makes it difficult to move. He still rip through the Aphotic Shield that's there from Old 11, but they need a little bit more. Ensnare out. Not a lot of trees to work with. Timber Chain well off target. Lotus Sword. They're telekinetic each other around as the pickup throw down Moon. He can't die here. The chain doesn't connect again. All the trees are gone. Moon is dead for 80 seconds. The roar from KP comes way too late. They'll song up quickly. They're looking towards the back lines. That's why Rubik, has he got enough life? Nico, he BKB'd up the Slider Fist. He'll go through everybody. A quick little spirit away. He's got the Aghanim Scepter up from Kaka. He'll want to go for a little bit more. Just remnant around.
Wave is coming. That's a laner Rax for sure. They can't defend this anymore. Ember used BKB. Ember used 2 remnants, or actually 3 remnants. He's got another one ready though.
I think right now Kaka does more damage. he's got his Aghanim's remnants ready to go.
That's scary.
Yep, they just need one here to be locked in. Nico comes close. He doesn't have flame gun up just yet, so Kaka picks him up, throws him back down in towards the avalanche. A quick ensnare, keeping him rooted. Here comes the mass. Ninja Boogie! He got ripped on the backside. The clubbing from Potato. It's a good BKB letting it go ulti, but it's still not enough. Yi will find himself a triple kill. The Sleight of Fist damage. Ember Spirit Nico's doing as much as he can. The KP's gone. The rest of his team is pushing up the daisies. KP can buy back to probably no avail. They're going to end this right now, Keen. Into the tier 4 towers. They were not letting this game go late. They just want to end it. Ember's actually TPing out underneath the Radiant Obs. I think he's hoping to get the kill on Dark. He's jumping over, and he does manage to catch him in the back lines. Beastmaster will now fight back. The last hurrah from Mineski. The defense, they focus over on Yi, but Naga is killing up the Dire Ancient. They cannot stop it. GG. Keen will 2-0 Mineski. Fuba, they're off to a good start. They 2-0 TNC.
Yep. And
Keen Gaming, who hadn't received a victory so far today, has managed to now claim it.
It's funny to see how these teams match up against each other so differently. TNC has been looking really good going into this tournament. They look good in the start of today as well. And then they kind of got handled by Mineski. And then suddenly Mineski faces a Keen that went 0-2, and Keen made it look easy in this game. And in the previous game, you know, for the most part, Keen also made it look easy. They had this little blop, this little 5 minutes of oops, and then apart from that, they were just clearly better in this matchup.
Yeah.
I think the thing I'm most impressed with from Keen's series today was the way they played the first like 20 minutes of this game. I think they did an excellent
any of these heroes see a lion, they kill a lion, and now you can safely play on